The moon, that ethereal beacon in our night sky, has captivated humanity for eons. Its phases, a mesmerizing dance of light and shadow, unfold every month like the pages of a story written in the cosmos. You've probably gazed up at it, marveling at how it transforms from a delicate crescent to a resplendent sphere, only to wane back into obscurity again. But what lies behind this enchanting spectacle? The answer, my friend, is found in the moon's journey around our planet. A journey that takes approximately 29.5 days to complete, a period we call a lunar month. As the moon travels in its orbit, it doesn't remain fixed in the sky. Instead, it moves in relation to both Earth and the Sun, and it's this movement that dictates the phases we observe. You see, the moon is not a source of light, it is a reflector. It captures sunlight and bounces it back to us, and depending on where it is in its orbit, different portions of its surface are illuminated, creating the phases that have inspired poets, scientists, and dreamers alike. Let's start at the beginning of this lunar tale, the new moon. Picture this. The moon is nestled directly between Earth and the Sun. In this position, the side of the moon that faces us is shrouded in darkness, hidden from our view. It's as if the moon is holding its breath, waiting for its moment to shine. This is the genesis of the lunar cycle, a time of potential and new beginnings, albeit one that remains invisible to our eyes. As the days pass, the moon begins to unveil itself. Enter the waxing crescent phase. A delicate sliver of light emerges, a whisper of illumination that invites us to ponder the mysteries of the universe. The term waxing indicates growth, and indeed, each night, that crescent expands, a promise of what is to come. It's a beautiful metaphor for life itself, how we often start small. But with time and nurturing, we can grow into something magnificent. Then comes the first quarter, a moment when the moon reveals itself as a half moon, perfectly split between light and shadow. It's a striking visual, a reminder that there are always two sides to every story. This phase occurs about a week after the new moon, and despite its name, it signifies that the moon has traveled a quarter of the way through its orbit. It's a pivotal point, a balance of illumination and obscurity, much like our own lives, where we often find ourselves navigating between light and dark. As the moon continues its celestial journey, it enters the waxing gibbous phase. Here, more than half of its surface is illuminated, and the anticipation builds as we edge closer to the full moon. This phase is a celebration of abundance, a time when the moon is almost at its peak, basking in the glow of the sun. It's an exhilarating moment, filled with potential, as the light grows stronger, illuminating the night sky with a warmth that feels almost tangible. And then, the full moon arrives, a breathtaking spectacle that commands the night. Picture it. The moon is positioned on the opposite side of Earth from the sun, fully illuminated, a brilliant orb hanging in the sky. It's a sight that has inspired countless myths, legends, and cultural practices throughout history. The full moon has been a symbol of completion, of fulfillment, and even of magic. It's a time when the world feels alive, and the air is thick with possibility. People gather, share stories, and look up in awe, united by the glow of the celestial wonder. But as all things must, the full moon begins to wane. We enter the waning gibbous phase, where the light begins to diminish. The moon, once so full of life, now starts to retreat, reminding us that nothing is permanent. The word waning signifies a decrease, a gentle reminder that all things must change. It's a reflective time, an opportunity to contemplate what has been and what lies ahead. Next comes the third quarter, another half moon, but this time, the opposite side is illuminated. It's as if the moon is showing us a different face, a different perspective. At this point, it's 3/4 of the way through its orbit, and we're reminded that change is constant. Just as the moon shifts, so too do our lives, and this phase encourages us to embrace the transitions, to find beauty in the ebb and flow. Finally, we arrive at the waning crescent phase, where only a slender arc of light remains visible. The moon is now in its final stages, preparing to return to the new moon. This phase is often overlooked, yet it holds its own unique beauty. It's a time of reflection, a moment to appreciate the journey that has unfolded over the past month. As the light dwindles, we're reminded that endings are merely new beginnings in disguise. And so, the cycle repeats, a rhythmic dance that has been observed by civilizations for millennia. The moon's phases are not just a beautiful spectacle. They are a testament to the dynamic nature of our solar system. They influence tides, inspire art, and connect us to something greater than ourselves. Each month, as we gaze up at the moon, we're reminded of the ever-changing nature of existence, of the beauty that lies in both the light and the dark. So, the next time you find yourself under the night sky, take a moment to appreciate the moon and the story it tells. It's a narrative of transformation, of growth, of cycles that resonate deeply within us all. The moon invites us to look up, to dream, and to marvel at the wonders of the universe, reminding us that we are all part of this grand cosmic tapestry.